Ever thought about why some foods are good for your heart while others are bad? Processed foods like white bread lack essential nutrients and phytonutrients found in whole grains, increasing the risk of heart disease and cancer. These foods also contain harmful trans fats and acrylamides, which are carcinogenic compounds formed during high-temperature cooking. In contrast, low glycemic carbohydrates like vegetables are associated with a lower risk of heart disease and can even help reverse existing heart conditions. Elevated insulin levels from processed foods not only increase the risk of diabetes and heart disease but also promote cancer growth. What's more effective, food or drugs to prevent heart attack? When it comes to safeguarding your heart, the age-old debate between food and drugs takes center stage. Choose lifestyle changes over drugs for heart health. Studies showed that exercise, diet, and not smoking reduce heart attack risk by 90%. Even hereditary conditions can be managed with a healthy diet. Drugs only reduce risk by 20 to 30%, and their effectiveness is questioned. Traditional medicine is risky, nutritional approaches are more effective. Understanding the limitations of drugs can lead to healthier choices. Have you ever thought about protecting your heart without relying on medicine? Nuts and seeds might hold the answer. They are heartwarming and are rich in nutrients, protect against heart disease, and reverse disease. Nuts and seeds are nutritional powerhouses, offering numerous health benefits and protection against various diseases. Studies consistently show that eating 5 or more servings of nuts per week is estimated to reduce the risk of coronary artery disease by 35%. Also, eating nuts and seeds protects against sudden cardiac death, lowers cholesterol levels, aids in weight management and promotes longevity. Flax seeds offer a powerful solution for high blood pressure, surpassing many medications in effectiveness. Studies showed 30 grams of flax seeds daily. Their systolic blood pressure dropped by 10 millimeters of mercury and diastolic blood pressure by 7 millimeters of mercury after 6 months. This reduction was even more significant for those with elevated systolic blood pressure. Unlike drugs, natural foods like flax seeds also lower the risk of stroke, with studies showing reductions of over 55% in overall stroke risk and 59% in ischemic stroke risk with higher tomato product intake. Combining flax seeds with other seeds, nuts, tomatoes, and berries in the diet enhances their benefits even further. While protein promises strength and energy, could it also lead to trouble? There is growing evidence that excessive consumption of meat may pose health risks. Studies highlighted the dangers of diets high in animal products, even those considered natural. Populations with heavy meat consumption, even consumed moderately, can increase the risk of cardiovascular issues and hinder the reversal of atherosclerosis. In contrast, plant-based diets have been consistently linked to heart disease prevention. All heart-healthy diet guidelines emphasize the importance of prioritizing plant-rich nutrition while minimizing the intake of animal products to promote optimal heart health. We all know that eating fruit and vegetables is healthy, but the size of the effect is staggering. However, the consumption of animal products, especially commercial beef and processed meats, has been linked to higher rates of disease. On the other hand, frequent studies have shown, the higher the percentage of vegetables in the diet, the lower the risk of death and the more lifespan is enhanced. A meta-analysis shows that 3 servings a day of fruits and vegetables is inadequate, but 5 or more servings a day can powerfully reduce the high prevalence of cardiovascular illness in the modern world. The clear message here is that the more fruit and vegetables you eat, the less likely you are to die prematurely at any age. It is about developing a new mindset. Start by familiarizing yourself with nutrient-rich foods and learning how to enjoy them. At least 90% of your diet should be from whole plant foods such as green vegetables like kale, broccoli, and spinach, yellow/orange vegetables such as carrots and sweet potatoes, and beans/legumes like chickpeas and lentils. Fresh fruits like blueberries and oranges are great. Don't forget non-starchy veggies like mushrooms and tomatoes. For snacks, opt for raw nuts and seeds like almonds and sunflower seeds. Choose intact grains like steel-cut oats and wild rice, or minimally processed grain and bean products like sprouted bread and tofu. All food tastes too bland unless it is oversalted. Why are processed foods so loaded with sodium? Because salt heightens flavor, reduces bitterness, and enhances sweetness. Surprisingly, it turns out that the salt you add at the table or during cooking is just the tip of the salt block. The majority, about 77%, account for processed and restaurant foods. Processed foods can be packed in 1,000 milligrams or more of sodium per serving, while typical restaurant meals can range from 2,300 to a staggering 4,600 milligrams. The remaining 12% occurs naturally in foods. Lowering sodium intake, ideally below 1,000 milligrams per day, significantly reduces the risk of heart disease. Are you curious to know the warning signs of heart failure? Heart failure can manifest gradually or suddenly. They encompass various signs such as shortness of breath during activity or when reclining, Other symptoms include feelings of fatigue and weakness, swelling in the lower extremities, rapid or irregular heartbeat, diminished capacity for physical exertion, wheezing, persistent cough producing white or pink mucus with traces of blood, abdominal swelling, sudden weight gain due to fluid retention, nausea, loss of appetite, difficulties with concentration or reduced alertness, and chest pain if the heart failure stems from a heart attack.